used to cry over every goodbye, wondering why love passed me by, holding on to memories too long, thinking being alone was wrong. I gave my heart without a shield and wore every scar I couldn't heal. But every tear that fell like rain taught me how to rise again. I stopped looking for someone to save me and found the strength that was already in me. Peace within, that's where my life begins. Every lonely midnight helped my heart heal again. And every broken dream wasn't the end of me, 'cause losing you once broke my heart, but it helped me set it free. Now I watch the sunrise with a smile and haven't looked back in a while. Everybody says I've changed somehow, like I finally found myself now. I still remember yesterday, but it no longer steals my faith. And every road I walk today leads me to a brighter place. Maybe heartbreak was a storm that helped me discover who I am. And every scar you left behind became a reason why I shine. Peace within, now my soul can breathe again. Even if the rain still falls, I won't break in the wind, 'cause every tear became my strength, every wound became my grace. And sometimes the greatest love story is learning to love yourself through every phase. I used to wait beside the window light, praying love would make things right, looking for answers in someone else's eyes, while ignoring the strength inside mine. I gave away pieces of my soul, trying to make a broken story whole. But every tear that touched the floor made me stronger than before. I stopped searching for a place to belong and realized it was inside me all along. Home in my heart, that's where my healing starts. Every lonely midnight couldn't tear me apart, and every falling tear led me somewhere clear. 'Cause losing you once broke my heart, but it brought me here. Now I walk beneath the open sky, with hope returning to my eyes. Everybody says I shine somehow, like I finally found myself now. I still remember yesterday, but it no longer steals my faith. And every road I walk today leads me to brighter days. Maybe heartbreak was a road leading me back to my soul, and every scar you left behind became a light I used to find my way. used to search for love in other eyes, hoping someone would make me feel alive, giving away pieces of my heart just to keep from falling apart. I thought my worth was in their hands, but life had different plans, and every tear that fell at night helped me find my light. I stopped waiting for someone to choose me, and finally started choosing me. Beautiful inside, that's where my strength survives. Every lonely midnight helped me come alive, and every broken dream wasn't what it seemed. 'Cause losing you once hurt my heart, but it helped me believe in me. Now I dance when the music plays without looking back at yesterday. Everybody says I glow somehow, like I finally know it now. I still remember all the rain, but it no longer brings the pain. And every road I walk today leads me to brighter days. Maybe heartbreak was the key to unlock the best of me, and every scar you left behind became a reason why I shine. Beautiful inside, nothing can take away my light. Even if the storm clouds come, I'll be alright. 'Cause every tear became my strength, every wound became my grace. And sometimes the greatest love story is learning to love your own beautiful heart in the first place. I spent years chasing after love, trying to be what someone wanted, changing pieces of who I was just to keep from being forgotten. I carried every goodbye like a stone, thinking I was meant to be alone. But every tear that touched my skin helped me find the strength within. I stopped looking for someone else's approval and started believing in my own value. More than enough, even when life got tough. Every lonely midnight taught me how to rise above, and every broken dream helped me believe. 'Cause losing you once hurt my heart, but it helped me discover me. Now I wear my scars with pride, no more tears left to hide. Everybody says I shine somehow, like I finally know myself now. I still remember yesterday, but it no longer steals my faith. And every road I walk today leads me to a brighter place. Maybe heartbreak was a chapter, not the ending of my story. And every wound you left behind became part of my glory. More than enough, I don't need to prove my worth. Even if the rain still falls, I'll keep standing tall. 'Cause every tear became my strength, every wound became my beautiful love is the one you learn to give yourself. I spent so long trying to be perfect, hiding every flaw, every scar, giving my heart to people who left, wondering why love felt so hard. I blame myself for every goodbye, for every tear I cried at night. But every broken piece of me was becoming stronger quietly. I stopped asking what was wrong with me and started seeing what I couldn't see. Worth loving, even with a broken heart. Every lonely midnight couldn't tear me apart, and every falling tear brought healing through the years. 'Cause losing you once hurt my soul, but it helped me face my fears. Oh, but it helped me face my fears. Now I smile when I see my face, no longer feeling out of place. Everybody says I glow somehow, like I finally know my worth now. I still remember yesterday, but it no longer steals my faith. And every road I walk today leads me to brighter days. Maybe heartbreak was a lesson, not a life sentence. And every scar you left behind became proof that I survived. Worth loving, that's what I've become. Even when the rain still falls, I know I'm not the one who lost. 'Cause every tear became my strength, every wound became my grace. And sometimes the greatest victory is realizing you were always enough in the first place. I spent so many years believing I had to earn somebody's love, changing pieces of who I was just to feel enough. I wore my heart out in the rain, holding on through all the pain. But every tear that touched the ground brought a new strength I found. I stopped looking through someone else's eyes to find my worth inside. Finally enough, I don't need to beg for love. Every lonely midnight taught me who I was, and every broken dream helped me believe. 'Cause losing you once broke my heart, but it helped me set it free. Now I wake up with the morning light, and I don't cry myself to sleep at night. Everybody says I shine somehow, like I finally see it now. I still remember yesterday, but it no longer steals my faith. And every road I walk today leads me to a better place. Maybe heartbreak was a mirror showing me what I couldn't see, that the love I needed most was already inside me. Finally enough, standing tall through all the hurt. Even if the rain still falls, I know my worth, 'cause every tear became my strength, every wound became my grace. And sometimes the greatest love story is learning to love yourself in the first place. I used to think my story ended the night you left and never returned. I carried heartbreak like a shadow through every road I learned. I gave my love without condition, even when it wasn't enough. But every tear that fell from my eyes made me stronger than I was. I stopped waiting for yesterday and started living for today. Brighter than before, standing stronger than I was before. Every lonely midnight opened a new door, and every falling tear brought a better year. 'Cause losing you once broke my heart, but it led me here. Now I laugh without pretending, smile without hiding pain. Everybody says I glow somehow, like sunshine after rain. I still remember all the memories, but they no longer make me cry. 'Cause every chapter that I lost helped me find my life. Maybe some endings are blessings, even when they feel like heartbreak. And every scar you left behind became a beautiful mistake. Brighter than before, I don't need your love anymore. Even if the storm clouds come, I know what I'm fighting for. 'Cause every tear became my strength, every wound became my grace. And sometimes losing the wrong person helps you become your best self anyway. I spent so many nights in the dark, holding broken pieces of my heart, waiting for someone to come around. While my whole world was falling down, I thought love meant losing myself to make somebody else stay. But every tear I cried alone helped me find my way. I stopped chasing what was gone and started building something strong, learning to shine one day at a time. Every lonely midnight turned my pain into light, beauty in my flaws and strength in every scar I caused. Everybody says I glow somehow, like I finally found myself now. I still remember yesterday, but it no longer steals my faith. And every road I walk today leads me to brighter days. Maybe heartbreak was the storm that taught my soul to carry on, and every wound you left behind became a reason why I shine, learning to shine, and finally calling this life mine. Even if the rain still falls, I won't lose my light, 'cause every tear became my strength, every wound became my grace. And sometimes the most beautiful version of yourself is the one you become after the heartbreak fades. I spent so many years afraid of letting go, of walking away, holding on to what was gone while trying to stay strong. I searched for love in someone else, or forgetting my own heart's voice. But every tear that touched my skin brought me back again. I stopped looking for someone to save me, and found the strength already inside me. The light within was there all along beneath my skin. Every lonely midnight taught me how to begin again, and every broken dream helped me believe. 'Cause losing you once hurt my heart, but it helped me finally see me. Finally see me. Now I walk beneath open skies, with hope returning to my eyes. Everybody says I've changed somehow, maybe I'm finally free now. I still remember yesterday, but it no longer steals my faith. And every road I walk today leads me to a brighter place. Maybe heartbreak was the night that helped me recognize my light, and every scar you left behind became a star that helps me shine. The light within now shines brighter than it's ever been. Even if the rain still falls, I won't give in, 'cause every tear became my strength, every wound became my grace. And sometimes losing what you thought you needed leads you to who you're meant to be. I used to water dying roses, holding on to broken hopes and wishes, waiting for love to save my heart while falling apart in the dark. I gave away my brightest colors, trying to become what someone wanted. But every tear that fell like rain helped me grow again. I stopped chasing what wasn't mine and started choosing my own life. Soul in bloom, growing after all I've been through. Every lonely midnight made my skies turn blue to new, and every broken dream helped me believe. 'Cause losing you once hurt my heart, but it set my spirit free. Now I wake up with the morning sun, feeling like my life has just begun. Everybody says I shine somehow, like I finally found myself now. I still remember yesterday, but it no longer takes my faith. And every road I walk today leads me to a better place. Maybe heartbreak was the rain needed for my soul to change, and every scar you left behind became a flower over time. Soul in bloom, stronger than I ever knew. Even if the storm clouds come, I'll keep pushing through. 'Cause every tear became my strength, every wound became my grace. And sometimes the hardest endings become the start of something beautiful. Beautiful. I spent years chasing someone else's love while forgetting the girl I was, looking for answers in somebody's eyes while hiding my own light inside. I gave my heart without a fear and carried pain for too many years, but every tear that touched the ground helped me find myself somehow. I starved waiting for the world to change and finally turn the page. Becoming me is the best thing I've ever seen. Every lonely midnight led me back to my dreams, and every broken heart helped me make a brand new start. 'Cause losing you once hurt my soul, but now I'm whole again. Now I dance when my favorite song plays, no longer trapped in yesterday. Everybody says I glow somehow, like I finally know myself now. I still remember all the rain, but it no longer brings the pain. And every road I walk today feels brighter than before. Maybe heartbreak wasn't meant to stay, maybe it came to show the way. And every scar you left behind became a reason why I shine. Becoming me was the freedom I needed to see. Even if the storm clouds come, I know who I've become. 'Cause every tear became my strength, every wound became my grace. And sometimes losing what you wanted leads you to who you're And so many nights looking back, walking the same broken path, holding on to what was gone, thinking I couldn't move on. I gave my heart without a doubt, while slowly wearing myself out. But every tear that touched the floor made me stronger than before. I stopped searching for someone to save me and started becoming who I was meant to be. Finding me was the hardest thing to see. Every lonely midnight brought me back to my dreams, and every broken part helped rebuild my heart. 'Cause losing you once shattered me, but now I know who I am. Now I watch the sunrise paint the sky without a tear left to hide. Everybody says I've changed somehow. Maybe I'm finally free now. I still remember yesterday, but it no longer steals my faith. And every road I walk today leads me to a brighter place. Maybe heartbreak wasn't meant to stay. Maybe it was there to show the way. And every scar you left behind became a star that helped me shine. Finding me was the beginning of everything. Even if the rain still falls, I can weather any storm. 'Cause every tear became my strength, every wound became my grace. And sometimes losing the wrong person helps you discover your true place. I used to give away my heart to anyone who asked for parts, thinking love meant sacrifice, even when it cost my life. I stayed too long in the wrong place, trying to earn a love that changed. But every tear I cried alone led me back home. I stopped chasing someone else's heart and started healing my own scars. Love me first before I give my heart away. Every lonely midnight taught me that lesson through the pain. And every falling tear made my purpose clear. 'Cause losing you once broke my heart, but helped me find myself right here. Now I wake up and see my worth, no longer searching through the hurt. Everybody says I shine somehow, like I finally know myself now. I still remember yesterday, but it no longer steals my faith. And every road I walk today leads me to a better place. Maybe heartbreak was the key to unlock the strength inside. Every tear became my strength, every wound became my grace. And sometimes losing the wrong love helps you become your favorite version of yourself. I used to stare at the midnight sky, asking myself why love had to die. Holding pieces of a broken dream, wondering what forever means. I carried your goodbye for years, hidden behind my smile and tears. But every storm that knocked me down couldn't keep me on the ground. I thought the pain would never end, but broken hearts can heal again. Rise again, stronger than I've ever been. Every lonely midnight taught me how to live again. And every fallen tear helped me face my fears. 'Cause losing you once broke my heart, but now I'm standing here. Now I see beauty in the rain, 'cause I survived the deepest pain. Everybody says I shine somehow, maybe I finally see it now. I still remember yesterday, but it no longer steals my faith. And every road I walk today leads to brighter days. Maybe goodbye was not the end, maybe it was where my life began. And every scar you left behind became a star that helped me shine. Rise again with a stronger heart within. Even if the storm clouds come, I won't give in. 'Cause every tear became my strength, every wound became my grace. And sometimes the hardest heartbreak leads you to your happiest place. I used to sit alone at night, wondering where we lost the light, holding on to memories that kept on breaking me. I thought your love was all I needed, even when my heart was bleeding. But every tear that fell from my eyes helped me realize some lessons come wrapped in goodbye. Some flowers only bloom after they cry. Worth the pain, that's what I call the rain. Every broken moment helped me find my strength again. And every lonely night led me back to my own light. 'Cause losing you once broke my heart, but it helped me find my life. Now I wake up with the morning sun, knowing I'm enough for anyone. Everybody says I've changed somehow, maybe I finally see it now. I still remember what we had, but I no longer feel so sad. 'Cause every road that hurt before opened a stronger door. Maybe you weren't meant to stay, maybe you were meant to show the way who I really am. I used to cry when I heard your name, thinking I'd never be the same. Every mirror showed a broken heart, trying to survive the dark. I spent so long missing what we had, holding on to a love that made me sad. But every tear that fell like rain slowly washed away the pain. I stopped waiting for you to return, and finally gave myself a turn. Beautiful again, that's how I feel within. Every lonely midnight helped me heal and mend, and every broken dream became a new beginning. 'Cause losing you once broke my heart, but now I'm learning how to live again. Now I dance beneath the morning sun, no longer needing anyone. Everybody says I glow somehow, like happiness found me now. I still remember yesterday, but it no longer steals my faith. And every road I walk today leads me to a brighter place. Maybe heartbreak wasn't the end, maybe it helped my soul begin again. And every scar you left behind turned into strength over time. Beautiful again, stronger than I've ever been. Even if the rain still falls, I won't break again. 'Cause every tear became my strength, every wound became my grace. And sometimes the hardest goodbye leads you back to yourself again. I spent so many nights alone, waiting for a heart that was already gone, holding on to memories like they could save me, while losing who I used to be. I kept searching for love in someone else's eyes, while hiding all my tears inside. But every storm I walked through alone led me back home. I stopped asking why you left and started choosing myself instead. Finding my light after so many sleepless nights. Every broken promise led me back to life, and every falling tear helped me face my fears. 'Cause losing you once broke my heart, but healing brought me here. Now I smile when I see my face, no longer living in yesterday. Everybody says I shine somehow, like I finally found myself now. I still remember what we had, but I no longer feel that sad. And every road I walk today leads to brighter days. Maybe heartbreak was the rain that helped my flowers bloom again, and every scar you left behind became a lesson over time. Finding my light and finally feeling alive. Even if the storm clouds come, I know I'll be alright. 'Cause every tear became my strength, every wound became my grace. And sometimes losing the wrong person helps you find the right version of yourself. She almost gave up on herself after putting her heart through hell. She spent so many nights alone, trying to heal what love had broken. She watched her dreams fall one by one, while waiting for someone who wouldn't come. But deep inside her wounded soul, a stronger woman took control. She stopped asking why he left and started loving herself instead. She found the strength to stay when everything was falling away. Every lonely midnight taught her how to face the pain, and every fallen tear made her stronger through the years. 'Cause losing him once broke her heart, but healing brought her here. Now she walks beneath the morning sky, with hope returning to her eyes. Everybody says she glows somehow, like she finally loves herself now. She still remembers yesterday, but it no longer steals her faith. And every road she walks today leads to brighter days. Maybe heartbreak was the rain that helped the flowers bloom again, and every scar he left behind became a lesson over time. She found the strength to stay and never let herself fade away. Even if the storm clouds come, she won't run. 'Cause every tear became her strength, every wound became a grace. And some women don't become stronger because life was easy. They become stronger because they chose themselves every day. She used to live inside the night, holding on to tears she couldn't hide. Every memory felt like a chain, keeping her tied to the pain. She waited for a love that left, while forgetting herself instead. But somewhere between goodbye and dawn, she found the strength to carry on. She stopped looking back at what was gone, and started believing in tomorrow's sun. She chose the morning after so many sleepless nights. Every lonely heartbreak led her back to the light, and every falling tear slowly disappeared. 'Cause losing him once broke her heart, but healing brought her here. Now she opens all the curtains wide and lets the sunlight fill her life. Everybody says she shines somehow, like she's finally free now. She still remembers yesterday, but it no longer steals her faith. And every road she walks today feels brighter than before. Maybe the ending wasn't a loss, maybe it was a different path. And every scar he left behind became a reason she survived. She chose the morning and left the darkness far behind. Even if the rain still falls, she knows she'll be alright. 'Cause every tear became her strength, every wound became her grace. And some women don't find themselves in love, they find themselves after they let it go. She used to wait beside the phone, praying she wouldn't be alone, looking for love in someone else's eyes while losing herself inside. She gave her heart without a fear, stayed through every broken year. But every tear she cried at night was teaching her to find her light. She stopped asking someone to stay and learned to love herself that way. She became her own home when she had nowhere left to go. Every lonely midnight helped her heart grow, and every falling tear made her stronger through the years. 'Cause losing him once broke her heart, but finding herself brought her here. Now she drinks her coffee slow, watching morning sunlight glow. Everybody says she looks alive, like peace finally arrived. She still remembers yesterday, but she no longer feels the pain. And every road she walks today leads her somewhere beautiful again. Maybe heartbreak wasn't goodbye, maybe it taught her how to fly. And every scar he left behind became a map she used to find alive. She became her own home, a place place where her heart belongs. Even if the rain still falls, she stands through it all. 'Cause every tear became a strength, every wound became a grace. And some women stopped searching for someone to save them when they finally learned to save themselves. She used to cry beneath the moon, in a room that felt too quiet and blue, holding on to a love long gone, trying to stay strong. She kept his memory like a flame, even when it only brought her pain. But somewhere in those lonely nights, she found a reason to survive. She stopped searching for what she lost and started healing from the cause. She found her heart again after all the hurt he left. Every lonely midnight taught her how to love herself. And every falling tear slowly disappeared, 'cause losing him once broke her soul, but healing brought her here. Now she wakes up with a smile and hasn't cried in quite a while. Everybody says she shines so bright, like she finally found her light. She still remembers yesterday, but the pain no longer stays. And every road she walks today leads to brighter days. Maybe heartbreak was a storm that helped to find what she was searching for, and every scar he left behind became a star that helped her shine. She found her heart again and learned to love the girl within. Even if the rain still falls, she stands through it all. 'Cause every tear became her strength, every wound became her grace. And some women don't lose themselves in heartbreak, they discover who they were meant to be. She spent so many nights alone, holding a heart that felt like stone. She watched the love she trusted fade and carried all the pain it made. She blamed herself for way too long, thinking she was somehow wrong. But every tear she cried at night was leading her back to the light. She stopped looking for someone to save her and started believing she could save herself. She learned to love again, not him but herself instead. Every lonely midnight helped her heal what heart slowly disappeared. 'Cause losing him once broke her heart, but finding herself brought her here. Now she smiles when she sees her face, no longer hiding behind the pain. Everybody says she shines so bright, like she finally found her light. She still remembers yesterday, but she no longer feels the chains. And every road she walks today leads to dreams she never chased. Maybe heartbreak wasn't the end, maybe it was where her life began. And every scar he left behind became a reason she could rise. She learned to love again and found a strength she'd never known. Even if the rain still falls, she knows she's not alone. 'Cause every tear became a strength, every wound became a grace. And some women don't find their happy ending in a person, they find it when they finally embrace themselves. She spent so many nights in tears, carrying the weight of broken years, holding on to someone who was gone, while trying to stay strong. She watched her dreams fall one by one, like stars fading before the sun. But deep inside the darkest night, a new version of her came alive. She stopped asking why he left and started choosing herself instead. She became the sunrise after living through the darkest nights. Every lonely heartbreak led her back to life, and every fallen tear helped her face her fears. 'Cause losing him once broke her heart, but healing brought her here. Now she dances in the morning light, no longer crying every night. Everybody says she glows somehow, like she finally loves herself now. She still remembers yesterday, but the pain no longer stays. And every road she walks today leads to brighter days. Maybe heartbreak was the dawn before the day could carry on. And every scar he left behind became a reason she could shine. She became the sunrise, bright enough to light her own sky. Even if the rain still falls, she stands through it all. 'Cause every tear became a strength, every wound became a grace. Some women don't find happiness in being loved, they find it when they learn to love themselves. She used to count the stars at night, making wishes under silver light, believing love would always stay and never fade away. She held his hand through every storm, made his broken world feel warm. But somewhere in the endless rain, she forgot her own name. She kept chasing a dream that died, while hiding all the tears she cried. She let the stars go, the ones she used to hold so close. Every lonely midnight taught her what she needed most, and every falling tear slowly disappeared. 'Cause loving him once broke her heart, but losing him made things clear. Stopped reading old messages, stopped living inside regrets. Everybody says she changed somehow, and maybe there right now she still remembers yesterday, but she no longer feels the pain. And every road she walks today leads her far away. Maybe some people come and go, just to teach your heart to grow. And every scar he left behind became a lesson over time. She let the stars go and found the light inside her soul. Even if some memories remain, they no longer bring the pain. 'Cause every tear became her strength, every wound became her grace. And some women stopped searching for love in the sky when they realize they are the stars they were chasing on. She used to stare out of her window, waiting for a love that wouldn't show, holding on to promises he made long after they faded away. She blamed herself for every scar, wondering why she wasn't enough. But every tear she cried alone was leading her back home. She spent so long chasing someone else, she forgot how to love herself. She found a way back to the girl she used to be. Every lonely midnight set her spirit free, and every broken dream became a part of healing. 'Cause losing him once broke her heart, but finding herself meant everything. Now she walks with her head held high, no more tears hiding in her eyes. Everybody says she shines so bright, like she brought back her own light. She still remembers yesterday, but she no longer feels the pain. And every road she walks today leads to better days. Maybe heartbreak was the road that led her to her soul, and every wound he left behind became a reason she survived. She found a way back, and she's never looking back. stay awake all night, wondering where she lost her light, giving her heart to someone who never loved her like she deserved to. She kept holding on for years, through silent nights and hidden tears. But one day she looked in the mirror and saw her worth much clearer. She stopped begging love to stay and found the strength to walk away. She finally chose peace over promises that never stayed. Every lonely midnight helped her find her way, and every falling tear slowly disappeared. 'Cause loving him once broke her heart, but healing brought her here. She no longer checks her phone at night or waits for him beneath city lights. Everybody says she glows somehow, like happiness found her now. She still remembers yesterday, but the pain no longer stays. And every road she walks today leads to brighter days. Maybe heartbreak was a door leading to something more, and every scar he left behind became a lesson over time. She finally chose peace and found the girl she used to be. Even if some memories remain, they no longer bring the pain. 'Cause every tear became her strength, every wound became her grace. And some women don't find happiness in love, they find it when they choose themselves. She used to wait beside the door for a love that wasn't hers anymore. She held on through every storm while her own heart felt torn. She gave him chances one by one, even when the damage was done. But somewhere in the endless rain, she found herself again. She stopped chasing someone who left and started choosing herself instead. She found her wings after all the broken things. Every lonely midnight taught her how to dream again, and every falling tear disappeared through the years. 'Cause loving him once broke her heart, but losing him made her fearless. His old pictures faded with time, no longer living in her mind. Everybody says she looks so bright, like she finally found her light. She still remembers yesterday, but she no longer feels the pain. And every road she walks today leads her somewhere far away. Maybe heartbreak was the sky she had to cross before she could fly, and and every scar he left behind became a star that helped her shine. She found her wings, now she